my grandson took 2 shots. He got shot in his chest up close and personal, and he got shot in his head, executional style.
Malachi Jackson, gunned down in Washington, D.C. last month, was only 15 years old. His grandmother said a suspect is in custody and a criminal investigation is ongoing.
It started with two children having a fight, having some words with each other. In Washington, D.C., these kids have guns just like they have ice cream. It shouldn't be that easy for a child to get a gun.
For the sake of her safety, the grandmother asked to wear a face mask on camera. Jackson is one of 500 teenagers killed this year with firearms, according to the Gun Violence Archive, which tracks gun deaths using public records. Some of these deaths are homicides, others are accidental.
The teens that are 12 and up, or 10 and up, 11 and up, that can be gang activity. That can be all sorts of stuff. Children under 10, when they die by gun, they have found their father's gun, which is not properly stowed. They play with those guns and they don't understand that there's no reset button.
The mass shootings this month in Uvalde, Texas and Buffalo, New York have shocked the world. But day-to-day gun violence, one of shootings like Jackson's, is an epidemic, researchers say. Firearms deaths among young people increased nearly 30% in 2020. Gun violence kills more children per capita than car crashes, drug overdoses, and even cancer, according to researchers from the University of Michigan.
Sometimes it's accessibility to firearms that are not their own. And sometimes it's bullying that occurs in school. Nearly 60% of all firearm deaths are actually suicides. And most of those happen in rural areas.
With the COVID-19 pandemic still around, mood disorders like anxiety and depression on the rise, and ready access to guns in many U.S. states, experts say it's easy to see what's driving the numbers.
Anxiety disorder is the most common diagnosis out there, particularly when there's substance use mixed in. We're finding behaviors and a self-destruction and a destruction of others at a level we have never seen.
Malachi Jackson's grandmother and his family are still grieving and want politicians to keep guns out of the hands of children.
There's dying on our streets every single day, 2 and 3 kids a day. We are in an outrage. We are sad. We are confused. We need harder laws.
The National Rifle Association, which for years pushed looser gun laws, didn't reply to our interview request. The group's annual convention starts Friday in Houston, Texas, just days after an 18-year-old with an assault rifle slaughtered 19 children and 2 teachers at Robb Elementary. Veronica Balderas Iglesias for VOA News, Washington.